Hello, Mum. So, last week we went away on a mini cruise for my brother's 40th birthday. This is something that I really appreciate that you both included me in, considering how stressful everything was going to be for me when we returned from the holiday. I really appreciate the fact that we've gotten to visit places that I've never been to before. Especially considering that the last time the three of us went anywhere outside of Britain together was when we went to France in 1993, when I was a teenager, or rather when we both were teenagers. Last year, at the end of September, you took me on a holiday, just the two of us, to Tenerife. And we did lots of activities because I wanted to do things with you that I hadn't had a chance to do before, including going on a helicopter ride and having gotten there by plane in the first place, something that I never thought I would do in my life, but something that is now a thing that I've overcome a fear of. This is partially due to me having gone on the Emirates Air cable car in London in 2016, and I thought, if I can do that, then surely I can get on a plane and go on a holiday with my mum. So I really want to thank you for having taken me on that holiday to Tenerife, but I also want to thank you for having taken me with you and Christopher on the holiday for his birthday, and for us able to go to Belgium, to Bruges, stopping off at the port in Zeebrugge and getting the train over from Blankenberg to Bruges and walking around. Unfortunately, the market that we were told would be on wasn't on, and we couldn't actually afford to really go into any of the museums or anything, and we did end up going into Burger King. Considering we travelled all the way across the English Channel, etc., we still ended up in a Burger King. We did get some Belgian chocolate from a shop called Galer. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get the coffee chocolate in a large bar, but I got a mint one, which I'm still haven't eaten. We then got back on the boat, and I think it was that evening as we were sailing from Zeebrugge, that we went to see Killer Queen, and I almost lost my entire glass of wine because the ship was a little bit rocky on the Thursday night, I believe. It got worse on the Saturday night. So me, you, and Christopher all got to see a tribute to Queen, with all these dancers singing and dancing hits of Queen like Fat Bottomed Girls and Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff. I Then on the Friday we had docked in Amsterdam, and we got to walk around Amsterdam. But first of all, we went on a canal cruise. Unfortunately for us, the Anne Frank house was sold out on the excursions on the ship, so we had missed out on being able to go there and experience the history of Anne Frank's diary and the house that she hid in for 2 years during the war. But we did get to go past it on the canal cruise. So from a cruise onto a cruise, we then walked around for a bit, and I was somewhat amused by all the drug logo or drug references logos on the jumpers that were in there. The fact that 4 people could all manage to have some kind of accident while we're on the cruise ship in the 4 days that we were away was amusing. but obviously I'm not going to go into what happened to you, apart other than me having fell over and nearly lost my entire glass of wine down myself and you on the seat and the floor because of the ship. I then, after we'd been round Amsterdam, managed on Saturday morning to get the amazing sunrise that I would not otherwise have been able to get at sea, which the video does not do it justice. We then obviously ported after a whole day at sea and me getting the little Oceania teddy bear and lots of fridge magnets and some clothes and stuff, having found a CNA and a Primark and everything in Bruges and in Amsterdam. We found CNA in Bruges, we found CNA and Primark in Amsterdam. I got an Amsterdam t-shirt, an Amsterdam jumper, lots of things that I'll show in a haul video. We then obviously decided, had booked to stay in a hotel in Southampton when we got back on Sunday, because Sunday was Christopher's actual 40th birthday, what we had gone away for in the first place. There was a little bit of a to-do about the rooms, because we'd been put in a room with a bunk bed initially, but we were moved down to a room that had twin beds in it, which is what had been booked. That's actually in a video that hasn't been released yet, that'll be released Friday, that people can see. Then pretty much the holiday was over, and we were all on our way back from Southampton to Doncaster. So I really appreciate the fact that you've had the money to be able to take us away to have experiences that we wouldn't otherwise have had. It's always appreciated much more than I let on when you are able to take us away somewhere that we wouldn't otherwise get to experience, like when we went to France, and now I've been to Tenerife, and we've been to Bruges and Amsterdam, and we've all got the cruise booked now. We all want to go away other places, just to get a break from things that go on back home. So this isn't really a proper story time video, there isn't really a lot of fun anecdotes or anything like that, but I really just wanted to get it on record just how much I do appreciate what my mum does for me, and what my mum's always done for me, and how I am a lot more grateful than it ever seems that I am, for having the mum that I've got, that's willing to, even if she doesn't understand everything about me, like, still do stuff for me that gives me experiences that I might not otherwise have had. So thank you very much, Mum. I do love you and I care about you, and I hope we get to go on more holidays, and that we can deal with any bickering that we might have and stuff. And I will see you again soon. Bye.